Believe it or not, guys, President Trump is delivering on everything he campaigned on. Imagine that, guys, a politician that actually follows through on his promises. President Trump has said he wants to dismantle the Department of Education. He wants Linda McMahon to actually fire herself. And she's all on board with that, folks. Now, President Trump now is actually going to sign an executive order to abolish the DOE. Yes, the Department of Education, folks, is going away. And this could actually be happening, I believe, as soon as today. Now, folks, I expect the Democrats to be furious about this because let's just be honest, guys. They love wasting money. And the Department of Education has been an unmitigated failure. I mean, it's been a disaster, guys. I mean, they spend billions on education, but yet our kids are actually more stupid than ever. I'm just keeping it real, guys. This doesn't make any sense. Now, President Trump actually wants to bring education back to the states, and it'll be funded by that way. Each state actually has a say in education. But oh no, we know the deep state doesn't want that to happen. I fully expect, guys, that Trump is actually going to get sued on this. No doubt about it. And after what Amy Coney Barrett pulled the other day, she's kind of wishy-washy. We already expected that with John Roberts, but I expect a lawsuit to be filed, and this thing is probably going to go to the Supreme Court. So we have to see what happens, guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, support us by becoming a channel member. Memberships just start at $5 per month. If you're watching on Rumble, click that join button to get access to the same thing, and support us on Locals, both for just $5 a month. Member stream starts at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time every single Friday. Here we go. Right over here, guys. Breaking. President Trump expected to sign executive order to eliminate the Department of Education. President Trump is preparing to sign an executive order as early as Thursday that would initiate the process of dismantling the U.S. Department of Education. Let's go ahead and read this, guys. It says, President Trump is preparing to sign an executive order as early as Thursday that would initiate the process of dismantling the U.S. Department of Education, according to the Wall Street Journal report. A draft of the order reportedly instructs Education Secretary Linda McMahon to, quote, take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the Education Department based on the maximum extent appropriate and permitted by law. The move aligns with our long-standing conservative efforts to shift education oversight to state and local governments. The potential dissolution of the department is expected to spark significant debate among lawmakers, educators, and advocacy groups. More details on the administration's plans are expected to emerge in the coming days. Quote, the experiment of controlling American education through federal programs and dollars and the unaccountable bureaucrats those programs and dollar support has failed our children, our teachers, and our families, the order reads. McMahon is pledged to send education back to the states. Per the Wall Street Journal, quote, fully unwinding the department will require a filibuster-proof 60-vote majority in the Senate, legal experts have said. The major programs it administers, including money for students with disabilities and student loans, are codified in law and have significant political constituencies. The draft order doesn't mention Congress. So President Trump, man, is going through with this, but it's definitely going to take some legal action. But President Trump made a promise to abolish the Department of Education, and he's going through with it, guys. Now, I saw this right here. And where is it at right here? I was just looking. When you're actually looking on X, man, sometimes you have something pulled up. Oh, here it is right here. This is what I was looking at right here. If you guys look at this graph right here, this is astonishing, man. Look at the cost since 1970. The cost has skyrocketed like 190%. But yet, the reading and the math scores have not improved. I mean, some of these cities, guys, like Baltimore, these kids can't read. The Department of Education has failed, but the cost keeps getting out of control. So this thing definitely needs to go back to the states. Let's see here. There's another clip right here. Let's see here. Joe Biden's Department of Education, $490 million on DEI hiring efforts, $343 million on DEI programming, $170 million on DEI-related mental health. President Trump's Department of Education abolish an education sent to the states. Yeah. So even Fox News has a small clip right here, guys. Let's go ahead and watch this clip here. I've not seen it yet. So let's go ahead and listen into this clip right here.
Issue an executive order aimed at eliminating the education department as soon as today. The Wall Street Journal reviewed a draft of the order, saying Trump will task newly sworn-in Education Secretary Linda McMahon to, quote, take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the Education Department based on the, quote, maximum extent appropriate and permitted by law. McMahon was confirmed by the Senate on Monday. She says the American people and the president tasked us with accomplishing the elimination of bureaucratic bloat here at the Department of Education, a momentous final mission, quickly and responsibly. Issue an
Yeah, so the wheels are moving, folks. The wheels are moving. Another clip right here. Oh, President Trump has signed an executive order today at 2 p.m. Eastern. I believe this little clip here is actually back from when he first took office, I believe, or right before he took office.
And one other thing I'll be doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education in Washington, D.C., and sending all education and education work and needs back to the states. We want them to run the education of our children because they'll do a much better job of it. You can't do worse. We spend more money per pupil by 3 times than any other nation, and yet we're absolutely at the bottom. We're one of the worst.
Yep.
So you can't do worse. We're going to end education coming out of Washington, D.C. We're going to close it up, all those buildings all over the place, and you have people that in many cases hate our children. We're going to send it all back to the states.
Yeah. And you know what? Right out here in the Houston area, guys, where I actually live at, Houston Independent School District. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but the state of Texas had to take over HISD. And boy, the left was furious. However, Houston ISD was pathetic. I mean, it was bad. And that's why the state actually had to step in. And I truly do believe, guys, that things will definitely get better in Texas. I can't speak to California or any other state, but I believe that here in Texas, things could get better, man. I believe school choice definitely needs to happen. I know that Governor Greg Abbott definitely wants it to happen, but the Texas House is a mess. Supposed to be led by Republicans, right? I mean, the Republicans have a big majority in the Texas House. But if you guys know anything about the Texas House, man, some Republicans go to Democrats to actually get votes for speaker. And they definitely don't want school choice. But maybe it'll happen. I'm not really sure. But I believe school choice definitely needs to happen, folks. If school choice actually does happen, guess what? Education will get much, much better. But shout out to President Trump. Looks like today is the big day. Sayonara to the Department of Education, man. The man keeps delivering. Even though I believe that there's actually going to be a legal battle with this thing. I mean, the deep state is not going to take this one laying down, guys. And you know what? It may actually take, an act of Congress, to do some other stuff. But this is to actually lay out the process. of abolishing the Department of Education, and it needs to happen, folks. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.